time for you to get keen if you haven't got keen already, and make sure you subscribe as well, because Andrew's getting sick of it, and so am I.
Getting real fed up, guys.
Get keen.
So a man must never do this one thing. That is, lie to himself, which is the most important thing that a man should never do. Because once you lie to yourself, you pretty much, if you lie to yourself, then you can't trust yourself. And if you can't trust yourself, who can you trust? So there's distrust between you and everyone else around you.
Throughout my life, I've lied to myself on countless times. Whether it be lying to myself on how passionate I am about something, following my football aspirations, or following a career, or following a course that I want to do and studying. And if you lie to yourself about doing that and you're not truly invested in it, it's not your passion, you'll never actually be the best in that whatever you want to do. So I found, like, throughout life, I've lied to myself countless times. And at this, I got to a point in my life where I thought, I'm doing these things based on, the wrong mindset. I'm doing it based on on what other people perceive of me and what they want me to do, instead of actually doing it for me. So then I started lying to myself on why I'm doing it, and I started saying, yeah, this makes me happy. I want to do this. Oh, this is going to make me better. It might have made me better, and they might have been right, but I was doing it for the wrong reason. So I was lying to myself in the end. And once I realized that lying to yourself is not going to get you anywhere, and I started to be open about my weaknesses and about my strengths, and I started to write down everything that I was passionate about and everything that I didn't want in my life, I started to see ground being made up. I started to see things happen for me. And I started to see improvement within myself.
Yeah. So once you lie to yourself, you're losing your integrity, your honor,
and
then you lose your self-respect.
Yeah.
And if you lose your self-respect, you're going to lose your confidence. And once you don't have that, what do you have?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you can't follow what you say, then you have no direction in life. You can't lead yourself. How are you going to lead the people around you if you can't lead you?
Yeah. How can you lead your kids? Like, if you're overweight and you're obese, you're lying to yourself every day.
Yeah.
You're hiding away in some shape or form. I don't know why you're hiding away. Everyone's different. They're hiding from something. But if you hide like that, it teaches your kids to hide away.
Yeah. Because if the kid, like, I'm going to start my diet tomorrow, they see that, how are they going to follow if you never do it? You say, I'm going to do this, and then you go against your word, and then you feel like trash because you're depressed because you want it in your mind, do it. But something blocks you, and then that's when the self-esteem is lost, and then you feel like trash.
And how can you tell your kids to, go and do sport, go and be better at school, go and just be the best version of themselves, when every day you lie to yourself? If every day you lie to yourself, they're going to eventually be conditioned to do the same thing. They're going to go out, at the start they'll go out, but then eventually as they get older, they'll realize, they'll see the lack of motivation in you. They'll see the lack of internal drive that you have. And they'll start to actually, take those, take
those qualities on.
Yeah, those qualities on.
Because you never accepted a responsibility within yourself, because you never gave yourself a standard to live by. You always lie to yourself, so you just keep listening to yourself, with your self-esteem dropping, and then the standards are so low at that point, then you can't really have a relationship or whatever, because who's going to want you if you don't want yourself? You've degraded yourself to a point where it's hard to come back from. But realistically, all you need to do is be honest with yourself and honest with where you're going to go in life.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's not going to be easy. The reason why people lie to themselves is because they set the goals that's actually challenging. And once you see those challenges, you don't embrace it, you get scared by it and turn away.
Yeah.
Really, you got to embrace the challenges. You got to hit it head on. You might even fail, but as long as you attempt it, that's all that matters. That's why for goals that you set, that you have to set them that's realistic. You don't say, if you're overweight or whatever, and you say, I'm going to eat perfectly clean for the next month. And it's like, you're super overweight, that's not realistic. You're going to have these crazy cravings, you're going to want to do it, but realistically you need to set the goals where you're not going to be disheartened when you lie to yourself. Such as, you're going to start off with just drinking water instead of all these sugary drinks and all these excess beer. Just cut the liquid out and just drink water. That's all you need. Or a little bit of maybe like coffee or whatever. But cut it down by 50,
too many people go
80%.
Two people will fight extreme, like obesity, with extreme just cleanness, and it's never going to work.
And then it's just you're setting yourself up for failure, so you're lining yourself to set up to failure. But those things are unrealistic. So you set the goals that are realistic, and then you can become truths. Once you follow your truths, your self-esteem will increase, your confidence increases. You're starting to feel better. You're starting to feel stronger. You're starting to feel like you can lead people.
Yeah, and we've seen family members and friends that have lied to themselves for many years, and then eventually we've seen their transformation. Like we've got friends that still are stuck, lying to themselves about things, about what they want to do in life, or about who they are and and their mistakes that they've made. They're still struggling with that internally, and they're still lying to themselves and saying everything's going to be okay. The day that they snap out of that and they realize, okay, this is everything that's happened to me. I'm laying it all on the table. I'm writing all the bullshit out, and I'm going to take it on the chin and never lie to myself again. That's when they'll transform and they'll ascend to the next level, to Super Vegeta. But when for example, my mum was struggling so much, lying to herself for so many years, and then now she's become a more powerful version of herself because she's taken all the lies that she's done, said to herself, and she's put them all on the table. She doesn't lie anymore. She just goes out and attacks what she wants to do, and she finds her weaknesses, and she's making herself stronger by dealing with them.
The whole saying is the truth will set you free,
Yeah.
which means, as like Tom said, set your lies out on the table, do the self-reflection, see them all, see where you want to go, make a plan, and go forward with it. And then the more you stay to your truths, the more you'll better you'll feel about yourself, and the more you'll get closer to freedom, which is the best version of yourself and doing what you want to do in life, which is going to set you up for just being the best version, which is obviously going to help people.
So I don't think if you didn't get the message, we're saying don't lie to yourself. Start writing down everything that's happened in your life. Write down everything that you do in your everyday activities, and stop lying to yourself. If something doesn't align with your goals, remove them and start doing what you love. Find your passion.
Set realistic goals and follow the plan, and just make sure when you realize you lie to yourself, do the self-reflection, say, hey, I said I was going to do this, I got to stick to that.
Yeah, exactly.
And just don't let it happen again. You can trip every now and then.
Fight that internal.
No one's perfect, but
fight that little voice.
Fight the voice.
Doesn't mean if you did lie to yourself and you realize you did it, turn it around.
Yeah.
Say, no, I'm gonna strip it back. Hey, let's go back one step, and guess what? I'm gonna make that up.
Yeah, you can always make it up. You might say, I want to have a good diet, then you might stuff up on your diet. That doesn't mean you just keep stuffing about your diet. You get back on board. You can do extra running to make up for it. Those type of things, you can always with every positive there's a negative. You just got to keep, if there's one negative, you got to put in another 2 positives.
Definitely.
To get ahead again.
Yeah.
So subscribe, boys.
Subscribe.
Get keen.
We're out here to improve you and ourselves as well.
100%.
So every time we help you, we actually improve ourselves.
That's subscribe.
Yeah.
Personal growth.
Subscribe.
Subscribe, boys.